So today we're going to be doing an unboxing of Rise of Tribes. This is about a medium-sized box here for us overall. It takes up a big portion of this table here for us. Now the artwork on here looks really nice and very clean here for us. And so here on the inserts of the game, we're going to see that the rulebook pretty much takes up the majority of the actual box itself. I generally like when games actually have the full size of the box for some reason. It's kind of a nice little thing here for us. So you can see here, we actually have inserts for this game. This is the base version of the game, which is always really nice when it comes with inserts. It actually comes with movable pieces, and obviously we'll go into all of that as well too. There is this section here that has more underneath it as well. So we're going to remove that so you can check out all of this. Now it has little tiles here, like hexagon tiles. Great artwork on these as well. As far as quality, these are, I would say, a little bit on the lower end of quality. Nothing too spectacular or incredible here for us, but nonetheless, good job in general. And there's a whole section for it as well. This section here for the cards, you can see you can actually go ahead and pull in directly, and there's another section underneath that can do the same thing as well. Now, these cards actually do have a little bit of heft to them, which is really nice. These are event cards in the game, so they all have the same back end, but then you can have all the different events that go on throughout the game themselves. Again, this is actually more kind of like getting close to premium quality on that one here for us. Now we got these cards over here. We have some more still kind of left down here at the bottom. These are for each team. You could see the different colors for the different teams, which are going to also be these ones here. Now, what I don't love is that there's a teal and a blue. Obviously, you could have gotten with some different colors, but I digress from that. We got also red and yellow, which are going to be corresponding with these color types, and then the actual different cards that we can utilize throughout the game. These ones are solid as well. Now we got our regular meeples. They do have little army pieces to them. These are bags that we personally use inside of this game. So you can see these are just regular bags that you would buy at the grocery store. Now these meeples are actually cool looking when it comes to them having a little, weapon on them. But I have to say that these feel a little lighter than the typical meeple. But as far as quality, I mean, we've played this game enough to the point where nothing seems to be worn and torn on the actual pieces themselves. But as far as weight, there's not a lot to them. But again, we're also using our own little baggies here to keep them safe in between gameplays. Now over here, we have all the player cards as well. So these player cards are nice artwork over here for you. And then on the back end, it's pretty much the same thing, just with a different version of the game style that you might want to be playing. These ones, similar to the event cards, have some heft to them. So these ones are a little bit higher quality in the game piece. And then we have the actual game mat, which is very nice and small here for us because the rest of it's going to be through the hexagons. But they're very basic here. We got our actual score. We got all of our different places to place the event deck, and then the different dice that we'll be showing here in just a moment. What's really cool about this, and like I mentioned earlier, you can take this off. You can see there's more hexagons here. We had some over here as well too earlier. And then we have our little pieces here throughout the game that you're going to be using for your resources. These are very, I would say, low quality, but I like the little art pieces on them. So we got fish, we got the woods, and then we got stone right over here as well for us. We got another player right over there. We got these little different tokens. These are a little bit lower quality as well. I would say they can actually bend a little bit. So nothing too great there. We got our player tokens for the actual scoreboard. I do like the player tokens. Again, just not the biggest fan of similar colors back to back there for us. We have these little different features that you have for your actual player, whether you want to go on one side or the other for their special abilities. These are kind of laminated of sorts. It's not actually laminated, but these are pretty good quality. I feel like they'll last a long time. And then you got your actual dice right over here, which you can see there's a whole section for them. I love these dice because there's blank spaces, and then there's moons, and then there's suns here as well, which is really great throughout the game. I actually love these dice. I think they look really cool. They feel decently solid, nothing too crazy on there. But I like that there's a special spot for those and for most everything else. Now, the only thing this didn't come with is actually the baggies for the characters, but the baggies for the actual different resources did come in here. So those were already provided for us as well. So being able to rebox this, pretty much we're just kind of going backwards here for us on how we're putting everything in. So we're actually going to put that back on top. And these are going to go in there. We're going to have all of our player hexagons in some of those sections earlier, and then in here. Oh, can't do that with one hand. Okay. And then from here, we can actually place our game mat down there. We can place these right over here. And then I just generally like to put all of our character pieces over here on top and then have it covered with the actual little piece over here, which is really nice. Nothing necessary for it, but it just kind of makes it look nice when we're reboxing. Now our player cards over here just go here at the very bottom here for us. So we're going to plug that back in there. Our event cards are going to go right over here at the very top. And then this piece over here, I'm just going to have it recovered in there as well. And then we get to put our menu or rules right back here at the top. Now, if you did want to pick up a copy of Rise of Tribes, we'll have a link for you in the show notes down below that you could check out. Helps out the channel here for you. And we'll toss up another unboxing video right over here on screen.